Ay, ay, ay.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Power Rangers Legacy movie Alpha 5. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. In the background, as always, a bolt of lightning. Toys R Us exclusive. We have the Red Ranger here for some reason. I guess they didn't have a picture of Alpha 5 to slap on the box. I don't know. Logos, and build the Megazord, and windows, and look, it says Alpha 5, and windows, and logos, and words. And on the back of the box, we have your obligatory product shots. And if you have all the figures, you can build your Megazord, and that's it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have little Alpha 5. Definitely a design that took some getting used to. I'm more used to it than not, but it's still just, he does look weird. He does look weird. I did love him in the movie, though. I loved him in the movie. I will say that. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that weird old noggin of his. That's a weird old noggin. You got some red paint right up top here, some nice metallic blue right there. You also have some nice metallic green as well. And some nice molded texturing going on there. That's pretty much it for his head. It's done in that silverish plastic. So it looks pretty good. His whole body is done in that silverish plastic. And going down the body, you can see a good amount of detail. And you just get bits of red picked out here and there. His very long arms. You can touch his toes without really having to bend over, pretty much. His little hands, his hands are made of a soft plastic, so you can kind of wiggle his fingers around. And his toes. And his butt. It's going up the back here. He does have a stamp on his butt. There you go. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint. You can get some very good wiggly-waggly movement out of this. You actually get quite expressive with him, which is pretty cool. He has a very expressive head just due to the amount of range on that ball joint there. The arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out very far. He does have an elbow joint with 90 degrees of a bend. His little hands are on a swivel. I believe they're on a ball joint too, because you can get a little bit of wiggly waggly going on. The legs can, well, they can spin pretty much all the way around there if you want. Outward movement, you're not going to get a lot just due to how all this is designed there. It just doesn't allow for too much outward movement. He does have a swivel there, but again, just due to this bit right here, it doesn't allow for too much rotation. He does have a knee joint under 90 degrees of bend. That's pretty much all the knee bend you're going to get out of him. You can bend his leg forward as well, and his feet are on a ball joint, so you can move them up a little bit, down a little bit, and you get a little bit of tilt. So, not super posable, but air well. And for comparison, let's bring in the team here. Let's bring in the Red Ranger, the black, the yellow, the pink, and the blue. Just put them right back here. And there you have your team of Rangers along with Alpha 5. There you go. I think that is a bit off. I think he is supposed to be shorter. I think he's supposed to be a lot shorter. I think maybe he was like, maybe up to here in the movies. I forget. I forget how tall he was in the movie, but I don't think he was this tall. I don't think, anyway. I don't know. But there you have your Ranger crew all put together. But now that we finally have Alpha 5, there is something we can finally do, because he does include the last piece of the Megazord, and he comes with the main body of the Megazord here. Hooray! I can say it's actually pretty nicely done. Some nice paintwork here on the visor here, on the faceplate. See, it's done in a blue and just kind of fades into purple. You got the pink in there. You got some gunmetal gray up in there. And you got the red. You got some silvers. You got some light metallic blue. You got the dark metallic blue. You have another shade of blue right there in the center. And you got some more silver paint. You got the yellow. And looks pretty good. But now that we finally have the main piece of the Megazord, we can now put pieces together. We can now do things with these parts that we've been collecting this whole time. Hooray! So let's put them together. So let's pop his legs on. Pop. And pop. There we go. He has legs. Hooray for legs. I'll pop on his arms. Boop. And boop. And he has arms. Hooray for arms. And now the wings. Let's plug into the back. And boop. And he has wings. And there we have our Megazord. Finally completed. Hooray. Hooray for Megazords. And just so you can see, there you go. You can see how he scales there with the team. So, there you go. So let's take a closer look at the Megazord here and see what we got going on. As far as articulation goes, the head can just swivel. It's just on a swivel. And, can we get a full 360? We can get a full 360 out of the head. The shoulders, I mean, the limbs are all on ball joints, so you get some forward and backward movement. Could do a full 360, but the wings kind of get in the way. Outward movement, that's pretty much all you're going to get. Slightly under 90 degrees of bend. Legs can go forward that far, backward. Can't go that far back either because he does have the armored butt plates. Outward movement, that's pretty much all you're going to get. Knee bend, about 90 degrees. And the feet can just swivel. So they can just rotate. So there you go. So there is your movie Megazord, and just for a comparison, here it is with the Legacy one-legged MMPR Megazord. We'll finish him up, don't worry, we'll finish him. But there you go, just to get a comparison there. He's actually a little bit shorter than the MMPR Legacy Megazord. And there you go. But yeah, there you have it. We have finally finished the Legacy movie Power Ranger line. And cool figures, I will say. I do quite like them. Like I said, in the past reviews, I think there was a really weird trade-off that was made where the male figures didn't get a bicep swivel, but they got the double-jointed elbow. And the female Rangers got the bicep swivel, but only got the single-jointed elbow. That just is really weird to me. But hey, it is what it is. But overall, I think they're really fun, really nicely done action figures, in my opinion anyway. I do quite enjoy them. And happy to have some representations of the movie Rangers on my shelf. So there you go. Now again, these are Toys R Us exclusives, so you can go to your local Toys R Us or go to toysrus.com. I'm assuming the website is carrying these also if you want to pick these up. You can also check out BigBadToyStore.com for Legacy Power Ranger toys. That will be linked in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my Power Rangers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say, so there is the Power Rangers Legacy Movie Alpha 5, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Hey, little guy, what are you doing? I'm looking for Zordon. Well, I don't know who this Zordon guy is, but, I'm looking for some new minions. You could fit the bill. So, what do? Well, I can make sarcastic comments and, snarky wisecracks. I have enough people working for me that can do that. What do you transform into? I don't transform into anything. Well, with a resume like that, I can see why you can't find your Zordon. But why? He's avoiding you. Hey, that's not very nice. That's mean. You're mean. So what I do?